Purebred Passion, the title says it all there. The passion that these owners have for these competitions. And I think what's made so clear in the short film is that it's not about the money or any kind of notoriety or even the competitive nature of the competition itself, but rather just getting to spend this time with these pets that they love and adore and dote upon tirelessly, as we see evidenced throughout the entire short. It's really about the love and connection between pet and owner and being able to share that with other like-minded people, and I think that's just lovely.
Purebred Passion was a fun and engaging watch. I loved how the short documentary created this idea of these dog shows and what it's like, and the joy and the passion that the owners and their dogs have in doing these shows. I love the various shots of showing them in action. It was a really fun and engaging short watch. So well done.
A very interesting look at the behind the scenes of a dog show. We, as viewers, usually see them just when they're on ESPN or whatnot, whatever channel of the sporting channels show them. I usually see them on in restaurants and stuff. We usually see just the dogs performing. We don't know all the stress that goes in behind it, and this documentary allowed the inside look at the Chicago International Dog Show. It went in where we saw everything that was happening, down from the stress of forgetting something to preparing the dog to anything they can get into, yelling at the dog for doing what dogs do, going to the bathroom, stuff like that. You could see that the stress is in their owners, but it's probably also in the dog. This documentary went full length where you kind of felt stressed watching it at times with the owners, but then joyous when they competed. It kind of showed you the full circle of the whole dog show and what goes into creating a dog show, from the owners to the people who run them.
I thought this was really fascinating. I had no prior knowledge or interest really in dog shows. I was not aware of the scale that they could. I thought we were started. I thought we were looking at the professional biggest scale they got, and then as they got to just explaining it away and like, they get bigger. I'm like, okay, yeah, it was all. I found that all surprisingly fascinating, and it's put together really well here in this documentary. Yeah, we definitely get a good glimpse of the culture, that mindset. So much of that we definitely often liken with other competitive endeavors, and I never really, I guess, thought about it too deeply as it pertains to dog shows. And again, I was surprised and fascinated. Really interesting piece.
This show is for purebred passion. Wow, this is some intense dog action. Interesting documentary about this competition in Chicago. Frenzy for dogs and the grooming and the breeding. Insightful and lots of learning about this whole world, with features of the owners and their dog champions, how they struggle to get to the different competitions and what's happening in their own lives. It's We have lovely scenes of the competitions and all the prep behind it. The dogs are lovely, and it's just a very professional setting for something I didn't know much about, and it's quite admirable.
Purebred Passion is a documentary that talks about like a group of people who have strong passion for training like dog breds to become like a good like racer in competition. And it's pretty interesting to see like how they like how they come up with like love for the pets and how they turn that into like the activities that they would make like the animals into like the best of themselves. And it just tag only purebred, so I mean it would pretty make clear like in the short film like why it got to be purebred. So everything that put together in this documentary is pretty like eye-opening. It's like insightful, but at the same time, it's not like boring, like full of information that way. If you love dogs, if you love like or like curious about like how the dog bred would be trained for competition, you would love this short.